Hello everyone, Carolyn here and welcome to today's tutorial. Today I will be showing you my own original design, the fortune teller bracelet, and this is from my magical series. You will need 3 looms or 9 pin bars set up in this configuration with your centermost pin bar closest to you, going up a stagger step, straight across, and then up 2 stagger steps on either side. Okay, so let's get started. I will be showing you the band placement on this one. And for the perimeter, which is the blue in this bracelet, I'm going to be using white. So we're going to go ahead and drop 2. And then we're simply going to work our way around to the edge. Working the perimeter all the way around your loom. And then once you get to the side, you're just simply going to work your way up your loom. Okay, very easy perimeter, nothing fancy about it. Again, just working your right side mirror image of your left, just working your way around. And then you're just going to work your way up your loom. Okay, and I'm going to stop right here since this is a fairly easy step if you are making a full wrap. Now this is not quite a full wrap, but you see how tight that is. That's the way I kind of like mine. But what I did was I stopped 5 from the top. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's where you want to stop if you're making a full wrap and you want it the size of mine. Okay, so I'm going to continue up until I get to that 5th pin bar, and then I'm going to stop and come back and show you how to close. So I'll be right back. Alright everybody, I'm back and I've made it to the top of my loom. What we're going to do on that last pin bar that we stopped on is we're going to go up at an angle twice, bands down, and then we're going to go across after you go up twice, and then you're going to go up at an angle again. And then you're going to do the same thing, just mirror image on the opposite side. So you're going to go up twice, across one, and then up diagonally one. Okay. And that's it for our perimeter. And now we're going to be laying these separation colors, the blues that you see. I did use the same perimeter, the same color as I did in my perimeter, and I will be doing the same thing today. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start counting from this bottommost pin bar, and we're going to count up 6. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On our 6th pin, what we're going to do is work our way on the inside to the inside, going 2 diagonally, then 1 across, and then 1 up diagonally, if my bands will cooperate. I'm going to do the same thing, mirror image on this side. So we're going to go from the 6th pin up twice, then across once, and then diagonally. Okay, and if you notice in this bracelet, there's this what we just laid, and now we've got to lay the other side. Okay, so we're going to count up 4, counting this pin bar. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and now we're going to work our way down. So we're going to go diagonally twice, then across once, and then diagonally again. And now we're going to go back from the opposite side and do the same thing, mirror image, and then across, and then down. Okay, and now that we've got those 2 sections separated, we need to separate our next section. So again, starting on this pin bar, count up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And now we're going to do the same thing that we did down here. So we're going to go up at an angle twice, and then horizontally across, and then up 1. Now you you need to do the same thing to close up the other side. So again, horizontally twice, across, and then up at a diagonal. Okay, now we've got to count up 4. Oops, sorry guys, I'm bumping my camera. Okay, so you got to go up 4 and then close that off. So counting from this pin bar, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And again, we're just going to do the same thing, just mirror image. So we're going to go down 2, and then across 1, and then diagonally down. Same thing, opposite side. So down 2, across 1, and then diagonally down. Okay, so that finishes excuse me, that finishes your perimeters. Alright everybody, so we are now ready for our next band placement step, which will be the hot pink and pearl or blue that you see right there in the center of the division. And I'm going to be using the metallic, and what we're going to do is we're going to start on this pin bar, and we're going to go diagonally, and we're simply going to work a zigzag to the top of this section. Back, and then close that up. And now all we are going to do is just create put two diagonal bands, just like that. And now we're going to create an X, closing that section off. You're going to do the same thing, just mirror image on the opposite side. So starting from that pin bar, just work your way at a zigzag up your loom till you get to the last section, and then you're going to create 2 diagonal bands, or place 2 diagonal bands, and then your X. Come on, get off, man. Okay. Now we are going to go ahead and move the loom down, because you do need to do the next section. Sorry guys, I'm trying to move bands, which is why it's taking me so long to pull it down. You want to do this section before you start laying your crystal ball section. Okay, so same thing, just repeating those same steps. And create your zigzag to close the section off. Sorry guys, bump the camera. Then place your 2 diagonal bands, and now your X. Okay. And now we're going to come back over here, do the same thing, just mirror image, create your zigzags all the way up till you reach the top of that section. And now you're going to place your 2 diagonal bands, and then your X to close that section off. And that's it for that. Okay, so now we are ready for our next band placement step. And this bracelet, it is the purple that you see going around the crystal ball. And I'm going to be using pink. And I'm scooching my loom down because we're going to start up here. And I'll move it down as we place our bands. So our first band placement step is just going to be a straight band, and then a diagonal band. Go down, diagonally, and then down, and diagonally again, then down, dropping bands everywhere, and then diagonally. And now we're just going to create a zigzag all the way till we get to the bottom. Okay. Move my loom up now so you can see. So again, just continuing the zigzag till we get to the bottom of the loom. Oh, go down. There we go. Okay, and now we're going to go straight down, and then a diagonal, and then straight down again, and then a long stretch diagonal, and then straight down, and a diagonal again, straight up, and then diagonal. And then we're going to do the same thing, just mirror image on the opposite side. So straight forward, and diagonally, and then straight forward, and diagonally, and straight forward, and then diagonally. And now you can just start working your zigzag, the easy peasy part. Continuing your zigzag till you get to the top. Alright. I'm going to scooch my loom down again so you can see the top section. And again, I'm going to go straight forward, then come back at an angle, and go straight forward again, and diagonally, and straight forward, and then diagonally again. Okay. Now we are ready for our next band placement step, and I'm going to be using purple for that. Again, we're going to be starting at the top section, and in this rendition it is the blue that you see going around right there. Okay. So basically the same thing. So straight up, diagonally, and down, and diagonally, sorry guys, got to get a handful of bands. Okay, straight down, and then diagonally, and now you can start your zigzag pattern going down, and then, oops, sorry guys, I got way off screen. Sorry about that. Okay, so you just continue your zigzag till you get to this pin, and then you're going to go straight forward, and then diagonally, and straight forward again, and diagonally, oop, too loose, diagonally, and straight forward, and then diagonally, forward, diagonally, forward, diagonally, and now instead of going forward, you're going to start your zigzag again. Same thing as your opposite side. So just work your zigzag till you get to the top of this section. Forward once you get to the top, then diagonally down, then straight forward, and then diagonally again. Okay, and that's it for that section. Just give me a second, let me get my next band color ready. Okay, so our next section is going to be the pink that you see going around right here. And I'm going to be using the glitter pink, and I apologize ahead of time if it's hard for you to see, but hopefully with my instructions you can follow along. So you're going to go straight forward, and then diagonally, and then straight forward, and then diagonally, and now you're going to go across, and then diagonally, and then across again, and now you're going to go diagonally down, there we go, and then straight down, and then diagonally to the center, straight down, diagonally, straight down, diagonal, across, and now you're going to go diagonally in the opposite direction that you just placed that diagonal band, and then straight for, oh, excuse me, nope, across. Sorry guys, across. Okay, and then you're going to go diagonally, and then forward, and then down diagonally. Okay, and so the centermost, which is your white here, will be a regular starburst. Just give me 1 second. Let me get my next group of bands. I'm sure y'all know how to lay a starburst, but for those who are just new to looming, I'm going to go ahead and show you. Okay, got me several out of this one. And so again, now we're going to start at the 2 o'clock position. Instead of starting straight down, we're going to start at the 2 o'clock. And then just work our way around the loom, creating your starburst pattern. Okay, and then we're just going to cap that off with a looping it around 4 times, 3 and 4. Okay, so for the sake of the tutorial, I'm only going to do one band placement section with you, so if you need to rewind, please go ahead and do so. I'm going to go off and finish up my last 2 sections because I'd rather have more time showing you the looming steps versus the placement steps. So I'm going to go off, finish mine up, rewind if you need to, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so hopefully your loom looks like this all the way to the top with your cap bands around each one of your crystal ball sections. So now we are ready to turn our loom around, and we're going to go ahead and place a triple cap band or triple loop cap band right there at the end for our perimeter. Okay, so what we're going to do when we start looming is we're going to start on the inside of our starburst and work out. Now, these are going to be looped just like a ordinary starburst, so go in and grab your topmost band and just pull it back to the corresponding home post all the way around your starburst. Easy, easy peasy. All of these bands will be looped back to their home post, so no fancy looming on this one. Okay, and now that we've worked our way around our starburst, we're going to go up and start working our next section around the starburst. So go in and grab that topmost band and bring it down, and then you're going to go down to your next section and just work all of those bands back to their corresponding home post. Then you're going to go down to your next section, grab the topmost band, pull it down, and pull each one of those from that peg back to their home post. Now we're going to go over to the next section of the starburst and pull all of those back down to their corresponding home post. Just working your way around. So again, working each section or each point of your starburst all the way around. Just pulling each band back to their home post. Okay, and we're going to go up to our next section. Loop that back to their home post. And now we're going to go to our very last section and work those 2 last bands. Okay, now that we've got all of our points around our starburst looped out, we're going to go up and start working our next section around. So go up, grab that band, and then go down to the next section, grabbing that topmost band and pulling everything back to their corresponding home post. We're going to go down to our next section and again pull everything back to their home post. Go down, grabbing each band and bringing them back. Again, pulling each section back to their home post, just working your way around. Up to our next section. Pull those back down to their home post. To our next section, work your way around, pulling the topmost band each time. Back up and around. And go up a peg, work our way around these. And go up a peg, work your way around those. And then go to the next peg, work your way around those. Then we're going to go to our last peg and work the last two bands. Okay, so now that we've completed that section, we're ready to move on to our pink section, or your corresponding color. Going to go in, and same process, start looping everything back to their corresponding home post. Just working your way around, making sure to loop each band. So we'll go down to the next one, loop those back. Go down a peg, ooh, get in there. Pulling those back. Pulling each section back. These are a little tricky because of just the way you have to loom them. Oops, sorry guys, let me get back on screen. Okay, so continue working your way around. My bands just came off, and we'll put them back so I can finish looping that one. Move to your next section. Move to our next section and loom each one of those back to their home post. Again, grabbing the topmost band from each section and then just looping them back. Oop, get on there. Okay. We're going to go up a section, loop them back. We're going to go up, loop the next section back. Grab that top band. Being difficult. We're going to go up and grab our next top section of that topmost band. Work everything back out to the perimeter. Okay, and that's it for this section for right this minute. Now we're going to move up. I'm going to do one more section with you, and then I'm going to leave off to finish up the very last section, and then I'll be back to show you our next looming step. So again, we're going to repeat the same process. I think we got the whole thing on screen. Okay, so again, we're going to start with our starburst in the center. So we go into our cat band and loom everything back to their corresponding home post. Okay, now we're going to go up to the topmost section of our starburst, loop that first one out, and then we're going to work our way around our starburst, looping each one of those sections or bands and each section back to their corresponding home post. Okay, and we're going to go to the next section, loop those back down. Go to our next section, loop them back to their home post. Work our way to our next section. Going to work up to our next section. Let me get my hand out of the way. Hopefully all the bands will stay. Working our way around each starburst section, just like we did on the first one. Then we reach the top and we loop those two remaining bands back to themselves. And then we go up to our next section and start working those around. Looping each top band back to their corresponding home post. Excuse me. Boop, boop, boop. Get in there right. There we go. Oh, come on. There we go. Again, just working your way all the way around. And grabbing the topmost band. Go over to our next section, loop those back to their corresponding home post. No, 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 stay on there. If you're having the same problem that I am, where the bands are wanting to come off, just do like I am and kind of hold them on the pin as you loop out. Go to our next section. Loop each one back to their corresponding home post. Just the top one. And then the last two of this section. And now we are ready for our final section around this one. So you go in, topmost band, and then you're going to go on to your next section. and loop those back to their corresponding home post, and then work your way clockwise around your loom, just looming everything back just as we've done before. I think this may be one of my easier bracelets that I've ever created, because mainly everything gets looped back to their home post. I know it is definitely the easiest in the Magical series. Again, especially on these bottom ones, if you need to hold your bands while you loom the other ones out, do so. Grabbing, the topmost band. Pop, 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 pop. I need to get some extensions. Okay. Continue your way around your loom. Did not grab the topmost band. Topmost band. Sorry, guys. And then again, working from the topmost band in each section. Your way around clockwise all the way around your loom. Sorry guys, that was my son. Okay, again working each section. Topmost band each time. Okay. So I'm going to leave you off here. I'm going to finish up my last section, and then I'll be back to show you our next looming step. Alright everybody, I'm back, and so hopefully your loom looks like this all the way to the top. And now we are ready for our next looming step, which in this bracelet is going to be these bands that you see on either side of the crystal ball. We're going to go into this pin right here and grab the bottommost band and bring it back to itself. And then we're going to go up and grab that one and bring it down to itself. And now we're simply going to go into the pin that we just dropped on. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Stay on there. And grab that band, bring it back to itself. Go up and grab the next band. Trying to grab two, bring it back down to itself. There is a lot of tension, so if you need to relieve it, go ahead and do so. And now we can go ahead and loom out our last little part of this section. Pulling everything to the perimeter. We're going to do the same thing, just mirror image on the opposite side. So we're going to go in and again grab the bottommost band, bring it back to itself. Then we're going to cross that with the other X. And then we're going to go in and grab that diagonal band and pull it back to itself. Grab the next diagonal band and pull it back. And now we're just going to loop the remaining of these diagonal bands out to the perimeter. That's it for that section. So we're going to go up. Oops, sorry guys. Camera bump. And again. And so we're going to do this section. So again, grabbing the bottommost band first, pulling it back to its home post, going in, crossing it over with the remaining band, going in that same peg you just placed and grabbing that band and pulling it to itself, going up and grabbing that band and pulling it back to itself. And then you're going to pull all of the remaining bands out to the perimeter. I think I grabbed the right band. You should make a teardrop shape. Okay, there we go. That fixed it. Just pulling all those out to the perimeter. Again, we're going to grab the bottommost band first. So go in, grab that bottommost band, back to itself. You're going to cross that with the remaining band. We're going to go in that same peg and grab that band, pull it back to its home post. Going to go up and grab that band, pull it back to its home post, and then just work your zigzag, always pulling from the inside to the perimeter, grabbing that topmost band in that middle section. I'm going to grab that one, pull it back down. Okay. Now it's time to lay those bands that use the white ones in the middle or your corresponding color. You're going to go in, grab your topmost band, and follow it back to its home post. All the way around your loom. A lot of tension on some of these, so just be careful and take your time. Okay, and then we're going to go back in and grab the next topmost band and go ahead and work that section all the way out to the perimeter. Now that we've got the bottom section done, we need to do the top section. So just repeating those same steps, just mirror imaging, pulling the topmost band back to its corresponding home post. Oh, let go, hook. Getting hooked on everything. Okay, just pulling each band back to their home post. Last section on this one, to the side, and diagonally. I'm going to go ahead and relieve that tension, and then diagonally again. Okay, and we have one more section like that to work, right here. And I'm sorry if it's a weird angle, but the way I film, I really don't have any other choice. I'm sorry. So you go in to the centermost, grab the topmost band and loom everything back to their corresponding home post to the perimeter. Okay, and then you're going to repeat that on the opposite side. So go in, pull each band back to their corresponding home post, and out to the perimeter. Well, come on, get the around the pin. Around, there you go, Bandy. Pop, 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 pop. Okay. And we start with our next one. Again, working everything back. No fancy smancy loom work on this one. Okay, and that is our last section on that, and we are ready to loop our perimeter now. So we're going to go back to our bottom. Let me get back on the screen. Okay, now, so we go in and work it just like a regular perimeter, pulling everything back to their corresponding home post. To the side, up diagonally, up diagonally again, and then you're just going to go up all the way to the top. Okay, and again, mirror image on the opposite side. Go in, pull to the right, to the side, diagonally twice to the perimeter, and then all the way up your loom. Boop, boop, boop. Grabbing more than one. Okay, so I'm going to work my way to the top, and I'll be back when I get there to show you how to close it up. Be right back. Alright everybody, so I've made it to the top of my loom, and what we're simply going to do is to continue to follow the perimeter back to the center, looping each one back to their corresponding home post. Ooh, sorry guys, my shirt got stuck on my loom. I'm trying to loom myself. Okay, and then we're going to work the opposite side. Same thing, mirror image. Going in, grabbing each of our perimeter bands and looping them back to their home post. Easy, easy peasy. Alright, once we've reached the top, we're going to pull the two that we dropped earlier up and around, and then add them to our C-clip. Okay, and now we are ready to pull it off of the loom. Please be careful, especially in the center with your Starburst. Okay, I would suggest working from the outside in and popping them off with your hook, you know, just going in and going like that. Okay, all right, I'm going to take mine off, and I'll be right back with our finished bracelet. Alright everybody, so I've gotten the fortune teller bracelet off of the loom, and hopefully yours looks like this. Alright, I hope you have enjoyed today's tutorial. If you have, please give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe by hitting the little button below. And if you do make one, please remember to hashtag fortune teller bracelet, also magical series, and tag me as well on Instagram. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day. Loom on, Loomers. Bye-bye.